Hello, I am the Restless Kaiser and we are modelling for Advantage. Once again, we're looking at a Tanks the Modern Age expansion. We're starting on a range of Soviet vehicles now, having worked our way through the British. And we're going to start with the main battle tank of the era, the T-64 tank expansion. So let's get this box open and see what's inside. So having looked at some of the other Hammerfall and so forth, some of us have seen this kit. So we'll start with the cover art. So, always, like the others, very nice photograph in the centre of the painted model in action. A photograph of a real battlefield, right down to the I made a cornfield out of a door map, which is always nice to see. I've done that with some of mine myself, and you may get to see some of those in a battle report. On the instructions on the back then, apparently we are going to get one unassembled plastic T-64, one T-64 tank card, one hero card, 2 crew cards, and 2 upgrade cards. The instructions, well, I've already built one of these, having looked through the starter set for this series, and for the Tanks the Modern Age, T-64 versus Abrams. So, yeah, I'm familiar with this. This kit went together fairly well. It's quite a distinctive look, but there are some problems with the instructions. I found around here where we're putting this, what I assume is a rear stowage bin, and I think this bit of pipe here is part of the amphibious arrangement, and the smoke launchers. They've got arrows, they tell you where to put them, but when you start putting it on the tank, it doesn't necessarily look right if you're not familiar with these vehicles. I played a lot of historical gaming and have seen a lot of World War II tanks, so I was pretty confident about where everything went. But with these, I haven't played with this kind of time period. I wasn't sure, and it was the kind of thing I knew if I got it wrong, I'm going to play somebody who's going to tell me I got it wrong every time, and it would really grate on me. So I wanted to get it right, so I had to look at some photographs. So those are the instructions. It does go together quite nicely. It is quite a bit smaller than the Abrams tank that it comes with, much closer to a World War II tank in size. So the sprue then. The sprue is another one of these sort of extended sprues that they've had to chop off to get in the box, which contains this, I assume is a fuel drum, and these bits that are related to the amphibious equipment on the back. I don't know what this is, and in the tanks box it does not tell you what to do with it. So I assume it looks like it might be some mine clearing equipment or something like that, which may be an option for certain versions. I don't know. That's outside of my experience, I'm afraid. Maybe when we look at the Team Yankee ones, it will explain that. And the main sprue, obviously the hull in 2 parts, the quite distinctive inverted triangle, but with very rounded corners. They really look different to the American and British vehicles with those turrets, which, you know, I like visually. The smoke launchers here are separate. They're a little bit fiddly because you kind of got to glue them underneath. You've got an open and closed hatch, but no commander here to put in that hatch. These much longer guns, and there was some issues in assembling them with these skirts, because these skirts go on the sides, but the kind of guide line that they've built upon there is really thin. It didn't kind of click for me, but I'm sure after you built a few of them it comes pretty naturally. So let's take a look at the T-64 itself. Many of you will be familiar with this card if you've played Tanks the Modern Age, because it comes in the starter set. But we have 6 initiative, 5 firepower, 1 armour, and 8 hull points. The vehicle also has an advanced stabilizer, which allows you to re-roll up to 2 of your attack dice. Seems to be a bit of a balance element within Tanks the Modern Age. The tanks are more powerful. Most of them have many more hit points than we had in the World War II version of the game, but that is offset, it seems, by having more firepower kicking around and more re-rolls to play with. Then of course you've still got that 6 dice hard cap, I think, in the game. You can never roll more than 6 dice for attack or defense, at least I believe so. So the upgrade cards that we get in the pack, we get Duck Hunter, which is one we've had before. Instead of making its normal attack, this model may make an unmodified 5-power 4 attack against the helicopter. That's only a 2-point upgrade, so it's not too bad. The other 4 are Soviet unique, the first of which is the 88 Songster, which can only go on a T-64. This tank gains missiles 5. And I believe historically the missile variants of the Soviet tanks had an M after their name, but I could be wrong. But rather than producing another kit with a separate vehicle, it's simply the T-64, an upgrade for the T-64 kit. We have an armor upgrade called Contact 5, which is simply +1 armor. This, I believe, Contact 5, and it says something about this on the card, is reactive armor, explosive reactive armor, which is starting to come in this period. We have a generic Soviet commander, forward commander. At the start of the movement phase, this tank is within close range of an enemy tank. This tank and all friendly tanks within the close range gain +1 initiative until the end of turn. That's only a 2-point upgrade. Plus initiative, even though it's only 1, is potentially quite decisive, and having it at that crucial moment when you are in close range may very much change the turn order at the point when it's become really lethal. I need to see it played out. That's certainly a card that I would be interested in using for only 2 points. And then we have the unique commander that comes with this pack, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, but let's have a go. Yuri Pavlovich Volkov. Yuri Pavlovich Volkov. That's my attempt. At the start of each turn, choose movement or shooting for this tank to gain +5 initiative during the choosing phase and -4 in the other. Wow, that is a huge change. So you can add 5 to your initiative in the movement phase at the cost of 4 initiative in the shooting phase, or vice versa. Always take movement, because it doesn't matter the order you shoot in. When you're dead, you still get the final strike, even if you shoot last. Moving last is so useful in this game. So those were the cards. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I hope you found it useful, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.